wish I had her as a wife, a real wife.
I'm so tempted to strangle the hell out of this man.
I didn't really anticipate on making another wife swap video so soon, but here I am. Also, because I was eating dinner recently and I saw an episode of Wife Swap that I just felt like I had to talk about. Today we're going to be looking at the Smokes and the Beavers. Who the f*** is naming these families? The Smokes are a family that, or really, they're a married couple that haven't slept in the same bed in maybe a decade. And the Beavers are environmental tree hunters, which, I mean, yeah, their last name kind of says it all. But I don't really want to talk about them. I really kind of want to talk about the Smokes family. More specifically, the husband and father of the Smokes family, because his marriage with his wife is kind of going down to shitter. It doesn't even really seem like the two of them like each other. They kind of seem like they hate each other, but instead of divorcing or living separately or some shit, they went onto the TV show Wife Swap, which, I'm not gonna lie, going onto Wife Swap to try and fix your marriage is like going to the casino to get rent money. That's just not a good idea. And also, the husband, ended up kissing the wife that swapped over. I don't know why they didn't stop that or intervene. Anything for ratings, I guess. But this is a pretty bad episode. This is fucking bad, and it's really awkward watching this at times. This might be worse than the racism episode.
Strict Aletha believes that children should be seen and not heard, and has refused to share a bed with gun-toting hunter husband Glenn for 10 years.
I love how they insult the living shit out of these families in all the intros. Like, come on, man. It's bad enough that this guy's probably been sleeping on the couch for the past decade.
Amy is an animal rights activist who believes that kids should be independent and outspoken.
That's all grand and fine, you know, I agree with that. But also, what's up with her dad? Why does the dad look like a fake-ass nu metal band member? He looks like a cross between Jonathan Davis and the lead singer from POD.
On a 500-acre plantation in South Carolina, patriotic Southerners Aletha Smoke and her husband Glenn live with the 55 members of their extended family.
I think having all the family around us fills in gaps that Glenn and I have in our marriage.
What exactly do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? How does your family fill in the gaps that are in your marriage? To me, it just kind of sounds like you guys are getting down Alabama style.
We have not slept in the same bed in 11 years, maybe.
It's okay, she's not lonely. Her brother's been doing that for you.
My wife to be more loving, being more close to me, maybe get back to sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but that's probably not going to happen. Let's just keep it a buck. Especially not after they watch this episode. I mean, come on, man. This guy literally said that in the intro that he wanted that other woman to be his wife. So, yeah. His wife also doesn't kiss him or hug him or love him, so who knows if this will really have an effect. But it's okay, going on Wife Swap will definitely fix all that.
Leave tension, Glenn loves nothing more than to shoot his guns and mount his animals.
Yeah, and let's hope his wife doesn't shoot and mount him after she watches this episode.
I think a good wife to him would be one that hunts and fishes with.
I think you and him might disagree a little bit on that one, okay? I think that this lady would be perfect for him. But seriously, why are y'all still together?
But now, Aletha must abandon all of this.
That was the most backhanded comment I've ever heard on this fucking show, and they do that all the time. That was so insulting, and it wasn't even aimed at me. She's not abandoning that much. She might as well be married to Don Vito at this point.
Amy Beaver is an animal-loving pacifist liberal who lives with her environmentalist husband, Jeff. They've been together for 12 years, and the physical side of their relationship is still going strong.
Okay, let me be real. I just ate. I don't want to imagine these two engaging in physical activity with each other. I'll pass.
I feel like it's an accomplishment after 12 years of marriage for the sex to be better now than when we first got married.
And it's all fine and dandy, and I'm glad that you two still love each other and care for each other, but also, I feel like that was way too much information and that we should know less about each other. Please go away.
I've always loved animals. Always had a great, deep, compassionate love for animals.
Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. I mean, I like dogs and cats. They're pretty rad. I wouldn't say I have a deep compassion and love for them, but they're pretty cool.
And was very much against the whole hunting thing.
Yeah, I can kind of tell. I mean, you
All creatures belong to God. I'm sorry.
Each wife has written a manual as a guide to the running of their home.
We have a lot of sex. Okay, thank you.
Is there any reason why that's in the rule book? Why is that even in there? Is she supposed to start going down on him or some shit? Why is that there? That's just kind of a weird thing to have inside of the rule book.
Often get creative. Well, thank you for sharing that with me.
Hey, again, that's just not an image that I wanted in my head. I just ate right now. I just ate before recording this. I don't need to know all that shit.
Sunday lunch is always a big family affair. It's always just the three of us because we're very close and like to keep it that way. Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you literally the same person that said that your family fills in the gaps in your marriage earlier? I don't think you can judge them.
25 members of my extended family. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. Is she okay? What the fuck? She just keeps crying. She looks like, I mean, she seems like a nice lady, and I feel like I get along with her, but she turns into a sprinkler anytime something she doesn't like happens. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the families meeting each other because I really don't want to get copyrighted.
I think Amy is very beautiful. I was expecting someone big and fat and ugly.
No offense, bud, but if you were expecting that, well, have you looked in the fucking mirror lately, you jackass? I mean, come on, no offense, but you were literally a fusion dance between Phil Margera and Don Vito. I've never seen someone fold so fast on this show. I don't even think they've said more than, like, a few sentences to each other. I feel like this show just, like, exists to just cause drama and fuck up marriages. There's no way that they were improved after this. It may have been even worse.
It's 6 in the morning and Glenn's up cooking breakfast. The evening before, he and Amy talked late into the night.
I would like to talk to Lisa like I talked to Amy last night. She's always coming up with excuses to go to bed earlier. She's tired.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think you need to take a fucking hint. I don't think your wife likes you anymore, alright? I feel like if you're married to them, and if you're married to someone and they just don't want to talk to you or spend time with you or anything like that, or is that even really your partner anymore? What do you guys even do together at this point? I don't even think that you two even speak to each other. Like, you guys don't speak to each other. I don't think you guys sleep together. I've never seen you guys kiss or anything. I've seen realer relationships on fucking Roblox. This isn't even a marriage anymore.
She don't want to mingle.
Sorry to keep pausing, but neither does Amy, bud. Alright? Don't get this shit twisted. She's just talking with you, alright? Doesn't mean that she's about to start going down on you or some shit. She doesn't like you like that. And I fucking hate your guts.
I have a headache and I'm tired.
Are you seriously crying because you had to wake up at 6 a.m.? Come on, man. I'm pretty sure kids have to wake up earlier than that. I mean, kids have to go to school and all that shit. And when you think about it, school really has kids waking up at like 8 a.m. or even earlier every single day for like almost a decade.
I hate this. I hate it.
Over at the Beavers, while Emily gets herself ready for school, Aletha has to stay in bed until 10.
I've never really gotten this whole thing about like waking up at a certain time when it comes to this show. Like, if your natural body is just waking up at 6 a.m., she really just has to sit there for 4 hours. Like, she can't do anything in the meantime. She can't like cook breakfast or watch some TV. She just has to sit there in silence for the next 4 hours. That just doesn't make sense to me.
I think if she really loved Emily, she would make sure Emily got up, got ready for school, maybe had a little bite to eat, and if it's a piece of toast or a bowl of cereal or something.
Well, I don't know if I want to take any advice from you about loving kids, but I mean, you do have a point. I mean, she should definitely get her kid ready for school. I mean, it doesn't probably take that long, and I mean, you should probably be getting up with them, because it's like 6 in the morning, and more often than not, you could just head back to bed after that, like after they've gotten on the school bus, but that's how I feel. It's not my kid.
I mean, shoot, go back to bed after you get her up.
If only she loved her husband and her actual kids as much as she loves this lady's kid.
She's not looking forward to it, because not only does she hate work, but she has to meet the extended family.
Is she about to start crying again?
I worked with the family. Then who did I have to work with again this afternoon? The family.
Has she never had a job before or anything like that? Or has she never worked on group projects? Like, sometimes you have to work with people that you don't like.
I've never had no.
Well, I guess that answers that question for everyone then.
Look nice.
Thank you.
A lot of the husbands, wow, were very jealous of me.
But if they knew the truth, they would not be jealous. That's not your wife. That's not your actual wife. And I don't even think that your wife is yours anymore either.
This is Amy. This is my new wife. I wish I had her as a wife. A real wife.
Do you guys think it was like watching this episode as like a family on the couch, watching this episode all together? What do you think his wife had to say about that? I don't think there's very much you could say to defend this part.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I was joking. I was drunk. Oh, shit, no.
Clarity must write a love poem to woo Aletha. He's been looking for inspiration all day.
Is it really that hard to write a fucking love poem for your wife? Sheesh, man. Maybe he should go to Amy for some inspiration.
What we're going to do this morning is take down the Confederate flag as a family.
All it is just a battle flag.
Whose side are you on here, Glenn?
The Confederate flag may be down at the Smokes house, but Glenn has decided to ceremoniously send it to Nana's.
Why? Why can't you just put it in the fucking garage or something? You guys lost for a reason, too. Imagine if they didn't. All I could say right now is that, things would be a lot worse.
And Amy has insulted Glenn's Southern pride.
Man, fuck your Southern pride. Why are you so passionate about something that didn't even last that long? Five Nights at Freddy's has existed longer than the Confederacy, dude. Fuck you.
I think the rule changes suck.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, you big whiny crybaby. It's just a flag. Not that it matters. It's not like she made you burn it or some shit, which I would have. You're just gonna get it back after she's gone.
I'm not gonna try to abide by any more rules.
How are you like in your 60s or 50s? This old, but you act like a fucking child. I thought you old folks were supposed to be wise or some shit, or smarter than younger people. You have gray hair spouting out of your scrotum, but you act like a 12-year-old.
Glenn has hoisted the Confederate flag back up over at Nana's, and Amy is furious.
Yeah, so how's that going for you, Glenn, making her your real wife? You still want to do that? You still thinking about doing that? But I do have to give a shout out to Amy for not being an idiot. Right? I don't really have a problem with her or her family at all. I mean, yeah, she cries a lot. She could be getting her kid ready for school, but other than that, she's okay.
I am so tempted to strangle the hell out of this man.
Kind of surprised that the flag is the one thing that's thrown her off and it's kind of made her snap. Like, this guy, he basically assaulted you earlier, and he's been nothing but just a huge asshole and just a huge dickhead to you this entire time that you've been here. And I would have done that too, if I'm being honest. I would have strangled him a long time ago, even before the flag.
The stuff that I'm getting back is just complete negative.
I'm doing my darndest.
And the Beavers and the Smokes battle it out.
Alright, well, okay, so before we go to the end of this episode, like, near the end of the episode, I'm gonna go ahead and, like, describe what's going on, because I haven't really shared too much of the wife from the Smokes family interacting with the Beavers. Don't assume that she's an angel either, and that Glenn is just an asshole. They are both assholes. They are perfect matches for each other. You know that saying that misery loves company? Well, yeah, they're the embodiment of it. I'm honestly surprised that they've managed to be together for so long. I don't even know how they managed to have kids in the first place, let alone get married. It just kind of comes across that, like, they're so negative and they dislike each other so much, they make everyone around them miserable.
You treated my child badly!
No, I did not.
Jesus. I thought that Amy was a pacifist or some shit. She looks like she's about to hop over the table and beat this woman's ass.
Humiliation of the flag not coming down properly. Amy's determined her next rule will not be disobeyed. Glenn has to take down his beloved stuffed animals.
They're beautiful. That's art.
Brother, it's just a bunch of dead ducks on your wall. Get over it.
While we take down the animals, I'm going to read a prayer written by St. Francis of Assisi.
Not gonna lie, I feel like that's a bit too much. I don't know if I'd make him take down the stuffed animals or the dead stuffed animals that are on his wall, but I'm not gonna act like it's some sort of sad thing for him. It's really only sad for those ducks because they got murdered and put onto your wall.
They are your creation.
I want to get away from this lunatic.
However, I'm not gonna lie, you and your wife are the lunatics here, alright? You and your wife don't even like each other. You kissed her basically against your will, and you've been nothing but a huge dickhead in this entire episode. I think you're the lunatic.
I don't know where Glenn is, but he's somewhere on the property because I can hear him screaming outside.
What the fuck does this guy have to scream about? Is it because they had to take his dead ducks off the wall? Calm down. It's not like it's really that bad for you. The only thing that's bad is the ducks. They got shot to death. You just had to take them off your wall. Fuck, swear to God, people like this and like the dude from the racist wife swap episode that I made a video on just a few weeks ago, just trying to give me a headache, because how are you middle-aged that you act like you're a fucking 9-year-old? I'm not even sure how you managed to have children and also get married. How did you do that? And honestly, no offense, but it's kind of impressive that this guy right here was able to make 3 children.
Go back to Arkansas and let our mom come back here.
There you go, Bubba. There you go.
God, this kid doesn't know the half of it. If only he heard how this dude was talking about Amy earlier, it would have sung a different tune.
Glenn, I love you in spite of your beliefs. I need you to love me in spite of mine.
No, not
You
now.
will not love me in spite of my beliefs.
No, because I think your beliefs suck.
Yeah, there's no way that this is a full-grown adult. This has to be like 2 fat 12-year-olds in a trench coat, like one of them standing on each other's shoulders, pretending to be an adult. There's just no way. I refuse to believe it. But let's go ahead and see what happens when the two families meet and interact at that table, because this is going nowhere. And I don't want this video to be like 40 minutes long. There's no getting through to Glenn or his miserable wife. I don't even know why they're trying. I would have just kicked him out of my house at some point.
I made a genuine attempt bringing flowers, just as I do hate. Because I know that you've had a hard time over the last few days.
And what did I say?
The only thing you said was that did you clean the vase?
My bad. I know I said I was going to show the two of them, like, meeting, but I had to show this one clip just because I wanted to say something a bit about it. Basically, what ended up happening is that he ended up giving her some flowers, and she didn't thank him. She didn't appreciate it. She wasn't grateful. And this was after the two of them butted heads over her rule change, which her rule change just consisted of, I think, putting up a Confederate flag. And despite the two of them not really getting along about that, he went and bought her some flowers, and she just complained.
It's just complete negative. All the time. I'm getting nothing but negative.
It's right then and there that I'm kicking her out of my house, because what the fuck? I would be pretty upset too if someone came over to my place and was just being a negative asshole. Not even about her husband or venting. Just being a negative, miserable bastard. And constantly taking anything that I do or anything that I say as something negative. And they just kind of shit on you no matter what. Living with those types of people has to be the most draining, most miserable experience of all time.
She's made my house a completely negative place to be. If she were actually the mom in this house, there's no way I would ever want to come home from work.
And that explains why her husband's always out fishing and shooting animals, and why he wants a different wife. But now let's go ahead and skip to the family's meeting, because, again, this is going nowhere.
Disgusted. Glenn undermined me all the way. When I implemented rule changes, everything was hunky-dory. And then when it came time to actually go follow through, you had to put up a fight every single time. And then you
That's
would
my
throw
way
a
of doing
fit.
things.
Dude, your way of doing things is a fucking 9-year-old's way of doing things. What the fuck? You kind of need to grow up if you want to get along with your wife, or really anybody else in general. You can't say that you're down to do something and say that you agree to those rules. And then when it comes down to do those rules, and when the time comes, you start acting like a little kid.
You're gonna do about Miss Tree Hugger.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because both of y'all are daggum tree huggers.
What does it have to do with this?
I love their faces when he says that, but what does it have to do with anything? Fucking nothing, that's what. Diddly squat. He's a fucking moron and he wanted to insult you. If it was really relevant or you guys started insulting him, then by all means, go ahead and start talking shit, but no, it's not relevant. Oh, I might be a fucking idiot, but at least I'm not a liberal tree hugger. You're such a huge problem that your own wife doesn't even want to look at you and doesn't like being next to you.
But that has absolutely nothing to do with the way our home functions.
The way that you got your hair looks like you need to go across the ocean and live with the daggum aborigine.
Yeah, and the way that you eat makes you look like you're gonna have a heart attack by the time you reach 50, bro. Just because this guy has, like, some dreadlocks in his hair doesn't mean you can compare him to, like, a random civilization. And listen, I promise you that not in a million years are you any better than him because of the fact that he has hair dreadlocks. It doesn't matter if he looks like a fake-ass Jonathan Davis. That doesn't matter.
Maybe you should. Maybe because you're not just fit for society around South Carolina.
Yeah, dog, you're banned from South Carolina. Don't even try pulling up to the neighborhood in South Carolina. Like, what the fuck? I don't get why people say that. That reminds me of one time when someone told me that, oh, you probably won't like it down in the South. Like, what? Who the fuck wants to go down there to begin with?
Completely uncomfortable situation.
I agree.
You wanted to make me look bad. And that is exactly what you did, because you are manipulative, you are cruel, and I hope I never see you again in my life.
Yeah, and I hope I never see them again either. Really just a fucking eyesore and a headache. The both of them. They both belong to each other because they're both miserable, and they can stay that way. But that's where I want to wrap up this video. I hope you guys ended up liking it and enjoying it. That was really funny, but also really fucking bad. Like, not bad as in, like, it was a bad episode, just, like, really cringeworthy to watch. As I said in the first video, Wife Swap just wasn't a good idea, especially considering you have people like Glenn roaming the earth who will probably fuck anything with a pulse because he's not getting anything from his wife. Let's just keep it real. But I hope you guys ended up enjoying today's video, and hopefully I can pop out another video within the next couple of days, probably something Super Nanny related once again. So, yeah, that's about it. See ya.